All right, if we're gonna talk about awful movies, like I watched Dune 2 last night. Has anybody seen Dune 2?
Yeah, I watched it the other night as well. Yeah.
Oh, all right, so I've read the first book. I love the first movie for it to be the corny Hollywood failure that it was. I do enjoy watching it for what it is.
Oh, the original.
The original.
Was it David Lynch that directed that?
It was, but if you ask him, he won't. He'll lie.
Yeah.
He literally disowned the project.
Yeah.
So, and then we get this
almost ruined his career.
Yes, we get this new dude with Chalamet, who is a great actor. I
like him a lot.
I love him. He was amazing.
Have you seen The King? Oh, The King is so fucking good. I love The King.
The king is the king in part is about the English king and that went to fight at the Battle of Agincourt against the French king's son, who was played by Robert Pattinson. And there's this wonderful scene where the English king comes to Robert Pattinson, who is he is Robert Pattinson but French now, which is like you hate him as soon as you see him. He's sitting there.
He's such a good actor as well, though.
English, I like English,
dude. French, say no more.
And simple, like he opens with that.
How good's the bit where he's like, "You have a tiny little cock." He's like, "You tiny little cock." It's so fucking funny. Man, that movie is fucking excellent. I've watched that like 3 times already. I like
the new Dune. Just saw Dune 2.
I like the first Dune that came out a couple years ago. I liked it a lot, and I felt like it was a long movie where not a lot happened. But they took their time, and you got some character development, and you kind of melted into this world and got to understand it a bit. This second one was awful. Like, it's beautiful. The soundtrack's amazing. I love all the actors; they're doing great jobs. I like the CGI is even better in this one somehow. The story is very interesting, and then it felt like they took an hour of the movie out at random. There's a point in this movie. This isn't a spoiler. There's a point in this movie where Paul Atreides, the One, is trying to like join the desert people. He's trying to become one of the Fremen, and he's going through these initiations. And the guy's like, "This is the first initiation. You must walk out there," and he points far into the distance to the farthest dune, and then return. Beware of the sand dunes and the jinn, the desert spirits that will talk to you and try to trick you. Beware of this and that, and always do the secret fucking dancey steps so the worms don't kill you. Are you ready? And this guy's like, wants him to survive so bad because this might be the Messiah and he's a true believer. Great scene. Then he starts walking and Zendaya shows up, and then he never goes on the journey. And what I mean is they don't decide not to go on the journey. They just have a hard cut, and the journey apparently happened, and we're weeks later in the future, and Zendaya showed him how to use a water filter for like 8 seconds, and then snap again. Now he's learned a whole different thing, and you're like, what is happening?
It is weird. I found the pacing in it to be fucked. Like the first movie has good pacing. It's slow all throughout, but it's like a masterclass in cinematography. And then this one, it's like slow as fuck
in CGI.
And then it just has weird fucking cuts.
No, and shot composition and cinematography.
Shot composition.
I hate it. It was just like, I'm not here to watch fucking Zillow ads for an imaginary universe where I just look at room after room after. Oh, look at this magnificent room. It has a balcony and a pool. That's what Dune 1 was to me.
I liked it. I thought every shot in that was looked fantastic. But you are right. Like the story was kind of disjointed, and they didn't show as much shit as they possibly could have. Like there wasn't very much explanation or anything. Most of it was just like,
there's no world building.
Look at this dope room.
You know what I noticed? Yeah. Like I would like to see them just sit. I like the part in movies where okay, the big thing just happened. Now we're going to go have a meal and have a quiet conversation and like have a big bit
of exposition,
moment, some exposition. And what I'd also like to see, like I'd like to see what this guy's bedroom looks like. I'd like to see how they're surviving in those caves and where their food's coming from. What I did love, that was so fucking cool. They go to the Harkonnen planet, the bad guys, and they're the pale people. And I guess their sun
that bit
black.
Was sick.
Their sun is black, and it's like the color spectrum on their world is such that I guess everything is in black and white. Like their world is in black and white. Yeah. And it was their fireworks were this weird, like inky explosion in the air. And And at this point, they've waited until now to introduce Sting's character, who is like the big bad that our guy's going to have to fight at the end. And it's like, what are you doing? Why are we only now meeting this guy? This guy gets like 2 scenes, and then he fights the good guy at the end. He wasn't built up at all. He wasn't in the first movie.
His scene is sick, but they cucked that character. Like he was fucking awesome. Like I
was so disappointed. I'm wondering if there's an extended version someday. That's first of all, it's a very long movie already. It was 3 hours or more or something. It was very long, but it felt honestly like an hour of that movie was missing. It felt like the TV version of movies sometimes growing up. I don't know if people even are familiar with what I'm talking about, but the TV version would be edited for time. So they would take a 2 hour and 20-minute movie and make it exactly whatever.
Braveheart's like 50 minutes.
It was always 91 minutes.
And you're like, whoa, what happened? How do we... We didn't talk after the big fight. We're just at a new fight now. That's what it felt like.
If you watch like The Patriot on TV, it went straight from his son dying to like meeting about what they needed to do next. And it's like, what the fuck? Like all the fighting in the woods, like you got rid of it.
Yeah, I was so disappointed because I had such very high hopes for it. Y'all should check it out if you like it. I know Hutch like jerked off over it. I was so excited.
And heaps of people were telling me how fucking amazing it was, and then I watched it. And I was like, this is mid, like
very disappointing. Yeah, very disappointing. I wonder if there'll be a 5-hour version at some point that like tells the story. The problem is it's a big story, the kind of story that I hate to say this is better told in mini series. Limited mini it's a Chernobyl sized story.
Shogun.
It's a Shogun sized story. And I watched the whole Fallout show. I'm on the last episode. It came out last night. I binged that whole fucking thing today. It's like 7 hours of that shit. It's at least after watching that Dune movie, Zendaya just sort of like frowns for 3 hours and 45 minutes or some shit. And I don't find her to be attractive in the slightest. I do when I see her at award shows. I saw her in whiteface today. Zach, can you find Zendaya in whiteface?
It's going to be hard to look attractive while wearing rags, though.
Tell that to Timothy Chalamet because he was looking fucking fine. All right, I'll tell you what, Timothy Chalamet is a good-looking man.
He get it.
He can get it. His hair was nice. He's living in the desert where they can't wash their hair, and that shit is pristine. Yeah, meanwhile, Zendaya literally needs to put something on her head.
That's the one thing he took from Hurricane. Like he jumps in his ornithopter, and he's like, his dad's like, "Take me," and he's like, "Oh no, I've got this massive barrel of seafoam hairspray," and he's like,
"She looks like Middle East."
It does look like she just she's looking at a flashlight.
This isn't it. She's on a runway and she's got white face on. Like it looks like that Japanese thing where they put the white. It's that.
Oh, I don't like that. My culture is not
kabuki manga.
Okay, thank
appropriating
you.
your culture, appropriating Missouri,
appropriating my white skin.
I'm pretty sure she is that culture, right? Isn't she half black and half white? Probably.
I don't know. But I saw the pictures of her like grimacing during Dune 2. And I was like, well, there's no way all she does is fucking grimace the whole time.
Green text?
She doesn't do it for me, to be honest. I
saw a different one, though.
I like her when she's at her best. Like on a runway or whatever. She cleans up really well. But she also like seems to relish in this idea that she doesn't need makeup and just rolls out of bed. And there's a lot of shots like that where she's just okay.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, she's not as hot as Sydney Sweeney.
Is that Sydney Sweeney?
No, that's Zendaya.
Is that Zendaya from a much better angle?
Yeah, she looks great there.
When you make her hair that tall, her face doesn't look so wide and pudgy, does it? You also have to go from this angle, though, I suppose.
She looks like a fucking cone head.
Maybe bounce a bunch of light off her and make the background look fuzzy with her arm there, and her face doesn't look like it's this fucking wide anymore.
Dude, if it's a still shot and it's been photoshopped and like there's fucking some dude off camera with one of those reflective discs. I don't trust this very pretty at all.
I don't know.
It's true.
Everyone can look good in that.
Yeah. No, I think she's very attractive, but I just don't think she's like a sex symbol, which is what it feels like to me by the way I like notice the internet reacting to her.
Who's the Hollywood it girl for you right now?
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Kanye's wife.
Sydney Sweeney's got the most buzz.
Yeah.
I do see her a lot.
She's the hottest. But then again, I'm not really plugged in. There's probably I don't know many other female celebrities who are in the hotness run right now. Maybe because it's like she's Sydney Sweeney is running a dynasty. He's the 2010 through 2015 Chicago Blackhawks right now, like running the board with everybody. So
yeah,
good for her. Too old for Leo.
Yeah, 25 now.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Damn shame.
Who's this?
Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, 25.
I bet he'd make an exception for her. I don't know. Maybe he's a man of principle.
I bet he's got a rule.
You think so?
He looks like a man of principle.
Is he going to hang on to that rule? I feel like 26-year-olds are going to start looking attracted to him.
Every single woman he dates has to have a watch with like a bomb style countdown. I can get one more fucking, and he's
just stops halfway through. Beep beep. Yeah. Oh, sorry, you don't get to come. Bye.
Midnight on your 25th birthday, I'll call you an Uber, and that'll be the last you see of me. That's what he does seem to do. Metal. I admit, I never watched the movie.
That movie was awful. It was awful.
Vibranium.
It's a shit movie.
It's like, so wait,
which movie?
So wait, you guys were like the most advanced culture on the planet, like always, and you let your neighbors sell your other neighbors to the colonizers?
Yeah.
So I guess you eventually went out and punished those evil guys who were selling all of your brothers and sisters. No, you're just mad at Bilbo, who has flown here from New York to save the world. You're going to call him a colonizer because he tried to show you respect. And then, oh, look, here come the other tribe to bark like gorillas. That was such a weird movie. Everybody jerked off on that movie. Like, come on. That was
sounds dumb. Movie. First of all, don't call him Bilbo.
I loved when they all rode rhinos at the end, but yes, I hated it. It was terrible. It's the C tier of Marvel movies.
I like when they rode rhinos at the end.
There's a level below it, like for like maybe Ant-Man and the Wasp or something, one of those really shitty ones. But like it's in the C tier. There are A tier fucking like Avengers Endgame and the Infinity War, two movies. Those are good movies and in the scope of all movies.
And the first half of Endgame, I forget the name of it, but I put it with it. The one where Thanos wins.
Yeah. It's when Thanos wins.
Ant-Man's sidekick?
Yeah.
How did that happen? A Wasp is much more powerful.
Well, I'm not gonna take time to explain Ant-Man's powers to you, but
Ant-Man can shrink up real small and then like fly like a bullet.
He
can get really big. But he one-punched a Leviathan. You were impressed when the Hulk did it. You overlooked Ant-Man doing it.
I was impressed with Nine that did it. What does the Wasp do?
She just has like a flying suit.
Oh, it makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah. His
it's a girl. That's why she's this subservient superhero.
I'm back in.
Why are we even rating Marvel movies? They all fucking suck. They've been driving that shit into the ground.
That's true.
Shit.
I agree.
That's true. But
it just took me a while to get there. I think that Black Panther was a C tier movie, but that makes it like a C tier. Marvel is to me an average or maybe even slightly above average general movie. I gave it like a 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10, something like that.
I watch superhero movies. Like movies are different things for me. It's not just a movie's not just a movie. If I'm watching a Marvel movie, I'm going in the same way I would go into watching a cartoon of the X-Men. I have certain expectations, and I don't necessarily. I will expect some allegories and some bigger thoughts to be there. There's a bit of subtext maybe, but I also expect a bunch of CGI at the end and a big punch 'em out cool fight. Where in the end game stuff, what separates that is you've got Thanos finally, a villain that has a sympathetic cause. You're like he's
annihilating half of the population
for a reason. He's trying to save the universe by getting rid of half of them in the movie. At least in the comics he had a sillier, more selfish reason, but
like Kyle said, he feels like cutting the universe's population in half would make the remainder happy.
Which half are you taking away, Kyle?
Random.
I would do it like Thanos did, and I would make it random.
Make it random.
I don't need to take half, only a very specific percentage.
If you're gonna But if he really did it randomly.
The women,
yes,
the women. We'll go the fuck out. All right,
one generation.
Gay is gonna go back to meaning happy. I promise you. Once all the ladies are gone.
Yeah,
fucking take me to then.
Dude, if Thanos was trying to do it,
man,
he just why would he do it solely randomly? He couldn't be like, all right, rapists, you're in the next half.
Thanos doesn't
for a lot of administrative work.
Who is Thanos to stand in judgment of any one man? He's looking out for the universe as a whole and trying to solve this overpopulation problem, this hunger problem, this poverty problem. Thanos
just double the food, idiot.
I know. You know what, Taylor? He should double the food, and then the Eagles should.
Don't even fucking say it. There were a litany of reasons.
Oh no! You don't like that one? You don't like that one? Well, how about this one, you goober? Maybe Gandalf should take those tongs he used to pull the ring out of the fire and just never let go and hop on an eagle himself and fly the ring to the volcano. Then he can drop it in. Don't worry, it's very cool to the touch.
No, that's not work. They're time release tongs. Eventually, the ring would have overpowered the tongs themselves.
Well, wait a minute. Sam was able to carry Frodo, who wore the ring, right? Why didn't they just put the ring on a necklace, put it around a chicken, and carry the chicken all the way?
Sam started getting perverted by the ring just in a short amount of time, though. It showed.
What if the chicken becomes evil? The chicken gets
what?
Then the chicken becomes invisible.
Man, I'm afraid of birds. Fuck that. I don't want to eat chicken.
I mean, I did think about that, like even watching Lord of the Rings as a kid when I was like 10, 11, watching that beginning scene where it's like, and it was lost to legend or whatever, and it was just sitting in the bottom of a riverbed. I was like, all right, so this guy's not totally omniscient or anything. So it's like a movie where they're like, you can run, but you can't hide. Like, you can hide in this circumstance. They could have put that in a really deep well, and nobody
he didn't have like specific power at that time. His power like increases. That's like if you watch The Hobbit, like they shoehorned all that extra story into it, but he comes back at that Dumbledore, like he regains his power and that he can see where it is.
I will not watch the Hobbit movies again. They're
pretty shit.
That scene, all I remember of it is a terrible memory of them bobbing around in that water in the barrel.
You're gonna call out,
and when Legolas is like running across the stones with that inserted character, that lady elf, and it's like
a love interest insert.
Wait, isn't Legolas an inserted character himself?
Well, into this story he is, but not into the Tolkien universe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the whole storyline inserted.
And they CGI'd him to look younger, and they somehow made him look older. Just makes no fucking sense.
And then also like that
grown-ass
river town,
that elf boy anymore.
Like this is more critiquing the story itself, but like that river town was like, all we can do to fuck it up is shoot these ballistas at it. Better make one. It's like, dude, if I were in charge, they'd be like, what are we going to do, Master Taylor? Shall we get to crops? I'd be like, no, until we have a ballista in every house. We don't do anything. A ballista in every under every hearth. Like that's
and then everyone starves to death making ballistas.
Everybody's starving to death making ballistas. Yeah. And the next generation
blot out the sun with black arrows.
Also, confuses me is that they have this like shitty town where everyone's fucking poor and they're all just floating on this river. Yet there's like fuckloads of usable land that they could just move to and make their lives fucking way better. It's,